your Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading and Turnaround Tuesday. Market is ripping up here nicely. Now, just a couple things here. Yesterday, T-Man made a deal there with Mexico to delay the tariffs for 30 days. And they also did with Canada. But I guess he put a 10% tariff on China. So right now here, that's why crude oil rallied up here. I'll show you exactly where she went. And they're retaliating with tariffs of their own. Okay, so what we're going to look at here today is we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, and natural gas, but Bitcoin in like a triple chart deal. Okay, we're going to have Bitcoin, we're going to have the IBIT, which is the long, and BITI for the short, so you'll be able to see it all on one page. But first, before we do that, we're going to take a look here at CAVA, C-A-V-A. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have CAVA. Now, what this is here, as I posted this many a times, it's like Chipotle, but it's a Mediterranean. And the beauty of it, they make everything in-house, everything is fresh, and there's none of this processed food and all of this nonsense. This is really coming on good. Now, there haven't been a Republic that long as a trade, I should say, but they're expanding. Now, the earnings are coming out here again on the 24th, and last time we had earnings, we can see what happened here. See, this is the last time we had earnings. It just jumped right on up here all the way to 172.48. Now, I am long the stock, and I'm also trading it. So yesterday was a really good buying opportunity, okay, which was at, they got as low as 128.57, and then it closed at 137.32. Now, you can see here, today is still, as long as we hold this price channel, see this 140.60, you can get into this long, okay? So by the end of the day, as long as it holds that, you can still buy this here to have that good run up here, maybe possible retest at 172.43 and maybe even higher. Okay, so that's what you're watching there on the upside is that 140.60. Now, today we had a high of 142.45. So your next level here is we're going to come right here, okay, at the top of this candle. So that's 149.35. So if you look to the left of the chart here, you had 149.75. See this? In this candle, that was your double top situation, and then she sold right on off here, okay? So this is what you're going to be watching here on the upside is 149.35. Your next level is going to be 151.91, and then we can come all the way up here to 153.34 level. And obviously, if it breaks out above that, then there's just pretty much blue sky all the way to 172.43 level here. So this here is a really, really nice chart. Now, you can see here, so look at this 8-day. Cross the 21, 50-day, 100-day. Look how nice this is moving up. See, when I always say, when that price is below that 8-day, this is what you get. But when it gets above that 8-day, this is what you get. And even yesterday, down to sell down, you notice that it held that 8-day and it rallied ran up. And today we're making a nice higher high level. Now, we're getting up here about the 70 area, but that doesn't mean that it can't stay up here because it's a very strong stock. This here has plenty of room to run. Your green over your red. That's always very, very nice. Now, here we look at the weekly chart. See, you can see he hasn't been public tradedly that long here. Then what you want to do is you want to watch on the downside. Is just watch this here, this 130.90 on a weekly close. That'd be on Friday. But you can see this 8-day as it came on down. Now it's starting to curl up here very, very nicely. So realistically, this is what you're looking for then on the next level. Is going to be that 149.35 level, and then we come up here. You got that 153.34. Then you're going to be at that 172.43 level here, very, very nicely. But as long as we're holding this 21-day and that 8-day, this has plenty of room to go to the upside because now all the traders here are looking at their earnings and they think they're going to be just like we had last time, and it's going to look pretty nice here. So I am long the stock and I also trade the stock. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, okay, right there. We have the IBIT, that's what I trade on alongside. And then here's the BITI, the short one, okay? So you can do long, short, or however you want to trade it, okay? So let's take a look here at the Bitcoin here first, okay? So now you can see what we had yesterday, okay? We had that big bottoming tail here, came right up, closed above the 50-day, 21-day, but where did it go? Right into that 8-day and stopped it dead. Look at again here today, right in that 8-day, stopped it dead. Now, the price is above that 50-day, which is nice, okay? So this is pretty much the same thing as it was this morning. So it needs to hold this 99.327. That's going to be very, very key on a closing basis. And then we'll look to today's low at 98,350 level, okay? Then we'll come down to the bottom of this candle here, looking at 97,650. And then we come down to follow these candles all the way down. You got 96,855. We come here, you have 94,550. We can come down to the bottom of this candle, 92,350. And then we have your big retest at 89,525 level. Obviously, if that's lost here, you got big targets in the 100-day and the 200-day, but we won't worry about that right now because right now we're just trading this range. Okay, so these blue lines here, all these are is price channels, and this gives you tops and bottoms of candles. But look how nice that it works, because then it shows you exactly the top. Okay, then we had this top. See, now you can see very clearly, see that was a double top situation. Then we have this nice W pattern going on here, and now we got to really just watch that 8-day here and that 21-day on the upside. Okay, so let's just take a look at that right there. Okay, 101.048. That's going to be your resistance level. And then we're going to have that 8-day sitting right there at 102.709. Now, we crack above that, and then we'll come right here, okay, 103.870, and we'll follow this candle here, 104.920, and then we just come right on all the way up here, 106.570, and then we have 106.945. And you can see here how many times with the resistance area that it's just hitting. That's going to be very strong resistance. So even if it cracks above the 50, don't think it's automatically going to this 110, okay? So always trade level to level. Right now, price has to get above that 21-day and that 8-day. If it does that, then we can follow the candles and maybe go higher. So right now, what you're trading is the 8-day and the 21-day on the high side, and then we're trading the 50-day on the downside. We lose that, we come here to the bottom of today's candle, down to the bottom of this candle, we follow the candles until we find a stopping point, okay? So that's how we do it. Same way at the upside is you just watch that 8-day. Once we crack above, then we can follow the candles here, and we just take level to level to level. That's how you trade. Okay, IBIT, this has really been working out very nicely. Now you can see here yesterday was just an absolute beautiful scalp. Okay, look at it, got as low as 53.69. So I told you on Friday, I told you yesterday, when you have these big sell-offs in the market, jump in there. Don't be like me, no fear, man. Just jump right in that thing. Don't have to take a huge position. If you have a small account, take 50 shares, take 25 shares. What's the difference? Okay, you got 53.69 on the low, and you had 58 there on the top there. So you had almost a 5-point swing, okay? So even if you trade 25 shares, you'd be $125 richer today, okay? Very simple. You trade 50 shares, you'd be $250 richer today. See how that works here? It doesn't matter how big your account is, okay? You build that account. Before you know, you turn that $5,000 account into $8,000, $8,000 into $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and then you just make bigger trades. That's all you do, okay? So now what we're watching here on this IBIT is I'm watching this downside here, this 50-day at 56.25, and I'm watching that top side, 57.25. If we get above that, then we're going to go to that 8-day at 58.27 level, okay? Very nice. Now, this is the short, okay? So if you say, oh, I think Bitcoin is going to come right on down here, and we start losing this, say we lose this 89.525, then I would be right in this here very nicely, okay? So right now, okay, what do we have here? Okay, so let me just big this up. So what you're trading here on the short side is you're trading this 21-day here on the downside, 22.17, and then we have that 50-day on the upside. We crack that 50-day, and then we're going to go right to the top of this candle here at that 23.46. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that came in pretty nice right here at 23.43. Okay, so you came in within 3 cents of that yesterday. On that spike down, okay, this spiked up. Okay, then as this was rising up here nicely, this was falling right off the track. But you look at where it went. Okay, you have 23.46. And then we have right here 23.43. So that was your resistance level. Now we get above that. There's your gap. And then we look to the bottom of this candle here at 23.79. And then we can rally all the way up here to that 24.92. Okay, so if we get to that 24.92, that means Bitcoin will actually be right around this 89,000 mark. Okay, so and then actually IBIT will be right down here towards this mark right here on your right there on that candle at that 50.69 level. Okay, so just here, if you're interested in trading on the short side, okay, right now I don't have any position in the short side. I am scalping the long. Okay, on the IBIT because I really think Bitcoin is going to be a really big play. It might sell off here now, or even sideways action, but I think eventually this is going to be a really big trade here this year. So this is an easy way to trade, and the thing I like about this is spot price. It's not the futures price, it's the spot price. So whatever Bitcoin is doing, these are doing, and this is doing just the opposite. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil, here we have natural gas. Now, okay, so I was short here, okay, on the old crude oil, and I still have my short position on, but I scalped the long in the UCO. Now, this is why this came all the way down. We lost the 50-day, we lost the 100-day, and then China announced that since T-Man is putting 10% tariffs on them, they're going to start putting tariffs back on the United States here. So this is why all of a sudden it just took off and rallied. So you got to really watch that news. Now, I trade there through that Thinkorswim, and they have excellent global news. Okay, that is excellent. But if you don't have a news, check out this guy, Benzinga Charlie. This guy is absolutely fantastic. Sometimes he gets the news before the news is even out. That's how good this guy is, okay? But that's a pay service, and with my service, that global news comes free, so I use the global news, okay? But anyway, you can see where it rallied up. It went above the 100-day, back again to the 50, and where did it go? Okay? Right into that 8-day. See, this is why you want to trade the charts. Keep your trades simple. See this 8-day, okay? That's what you have. 21 days of gold, 50 days of green, 100 days of purple, and red is the 200-day. And these blue lines here, price channels. And all they are is just tops and bottoms of candles. But as this is going up, then it gives you the other side of it, so where now you know where your support levels are, okay? Just like now, we know where the resistance levels are, okay? Very easy. Okay, so here's what you're trading now, is between this 50-day, okay, that 71.95, and then that 8-day. Okay, right there at that 73.37. Now, you crack above that 8-day, okay, then we're going to go right here to this 200-day. That's going to be your next target at 74.66, and then right above that at 75.09. Easy way to trade this is, for me, I trade it, is UCO for the long and SCO for the short. Works very, very good. Now, downside, we got to make sure that we hold this 50-day on the closing basis and that 100-day on the closing basis. If we don't, then we're going to come back down to today's low at that 70.67, okay? So now, if that's lost here, then we're going to come and follow these candles, 70.92, and then we have 69.44 level. We can come all the way down to this candle here at 68.59, and then we come down at 68.42, and you can work yourself all the way down here, all the way back right down to the 66.53 level there. Very, very easy. But right now, we still just have this sideways action, just like we had yesterday, that pop up into those tariffs, came on down, okay? Now we have the pop on down, okay? And then right at the tariffs here with the old China situation, okay? So just trade this range, the 50-day to 100-day, or 8-day. You break up, you go to 200-day and 21. You lose that 50-day, you go to the 100-day, and then we go to today's low. Okay, very simple. Now, natural gas, see, doing the same thing, okay? But what I like about now is this gap is filled. Where to go? Right into the 8-day. Where does this go? Right into the 8-day. See how strong that 8-day is? All right, so here we are. We're sitting at 3.26. Okay, your next level on the downside, we'll look at that first, is 3.23. Then we look at today's low, okay, 3.16. And then we're going to look at this high. There's your fill, 311. Okay, so your gap in your fill, and then we have your 100-day, 307, and then your retest at 299. Upside, this 8-day is everything, okay? You have to get close above that 8-day. That is going to be strong resistance, 3.37. If we can, we go to yesterday's high, 3.40, and then we have your 3.51, and that is going to be your 50-day. If you can get above this for whatever reason, okay, right there, you're going to go look at 3.6, and then we're going to look at 3.67, your 21-day. I mean, your 3.67 is your 21-day. Now, the tariffs, what he do is he's putting that China's going to put 10%, or I believe they're going to put tariffs, I'm not sure if it's 10%, on natural LNG, which is liquefied natural gas coming out of the United States here, and on oil and everything. That's what they're going to get here. It's just basically they're just playing a game. Eventually, I think they'll get everything worked out here. So I just don't have no opinion. Just trade this. Now, just remember, these markets are going to be, with the T-Man, are going to be very, very choppy. This is not going to be the first segment of it. So just remember that. Trade it. For me, this is absolutely a trader's dream because of the volatility. That's what you need to do. You got to have volatility. Okay, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.